Today we watched Dirty Harry. Becker?
Tell us about
the plot.
All right, well, the plot of Dirty Harry takes place in 70s San Francisco. About this guy named what's his first name? Something Callahan, Inspector Callahan, and he's a badass cop doing some badass things. And you see him being badass first off, and then he does his famous line and stuff. And then after that, there's a Zodiac killer kind of dude and stuff. He starts shooting people, leaves notes around, starts shooting more people. They find him, they chase him around and stuff. They do some shooting. They shoot his Mexican friend Gonzalez. And then go do that. Later on, they go to all the different little San Francisco spots and keep pointing them out. And then he ends up fighting the guy. He shot the guy. Well, the girl they're trying to save died. And then then he got in trouble because it's the bureaucracy of it all. So the bad guy was let go. Bad guy does more bad guy things. Steals some kids. And then it just ends.
Hi, I'm Daryl Della from Dollars and Donuts Productions. The crew and I have been making our own short films for many years. Now, in order to enrich our filming skills, we are cracking open the movies of matinees past and harvesting that sweet cinematic wisdom contained within. This is Filmdoctrination. Here's today's crew.
Hey, I'm Chris Ross.
I'm Becker von Felsburg.
Today's film is the 1971 classic Dirty Harry, starring Clint Eastwood.
Dirty Harry is one of my favorite films of all time. It's influenced a lot of our films that we've shot, specifically Dead Right and The Alibi, which you were in. Yeah, we'll show that.
Never knew that. I never knew a lot about that. Yeah, I was really
Just character types, different shots. What did you guys think of it first time watching it?
Yeah, I've never seen this movie for the first time, and now I know why it's a classic. Because it's a lot of people's favorite movies. I've always seen it. I've seen it parodied throughout years, throughout cartoons and everything. I've seen a lot of different, parodies of this movie, but I've never seen it until today. And now I know why it's been parodied and respected so much. I haven't seen the other ones though, so.
There's five.
There's five Dirty Harry films, yes. So.
5 of them.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch those later.
So what do you think of the movie? Chris Ross?
So, overall, I enjoyed the film for two different reasons. One is just for its cultural impact. You can see by watching it how many people have, like Beck said. Also, because you get to see 1970s San Francisco, and there's a couple of shots that are just beautiful. In terms of like storyline and acting, I did enjoy it, but there were some things that bothered me about it. Personally, it's hard for me to get behind the whole archetype of just a badass character and he's just badass. For me, I have to have a little workup on that, and I like to see a little more dynamic makeup of this individual. Like, because when Clint Eastwood first comes on screen, he's right to it. He's kicking ass.
He's fully formed.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, exactly. He's fully formed. He knows that guy's going to rob the bank just because he's just sitting in a car and he's been there for a while.
Tell him Inspector Callahan thinks there's a 211 in progress at the bank. Got it?
So there's things about that I'm like, it's not really my style. But the film, as it progresses through each one of the acts, feels like a completely different film. The first act is my least favorite. That's when he's just a cop and everyone's against him and he knows what's right.
I don't want any more trouble like you had last year in the Fillmore district. Understand? That's my policy.
Yeah, well, when an adult male is chasing a female with intent to commit rape, I shoot the bastard. That's my policy.
The second act, I think, was like the darkest film I've ever seen. You couldn't see a fucking thing. But I liked it. It worked.
Yeah.
It totally worked, and they had that great shot, like in the stadium.
Like that,
yeah, in the stadium where he's pulling back. There was a lot of cool stuff in that.
Very cool stuff.
And the third act, I don't know how to explain the third act. It just felt more fluid. It flowed a lot more, and you got a better view of who the bad guy was and how crazy he was.
Please, I scare easy.
If I could change anything, I think the only thing I would change, I thought I was going to say the action scenes, but the action scenes actually turned out to be really, really good, especially when they had the fight scene at the big cross. That I thought was great. The lighting was cool.
And he comes across really creepy, the bad guy.
Oh, the
He
bad
does,
guy was
yeah.
great.
It's
Yeah,
there's something about the 70s, like grimy
Yeah,
grittiness
yeah.
that just
It's a little
feels
uneasy.
nasty, and he
Yeah.
feels like a fucking freak.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he bears a shocking resemblance to our pal Lorenzo.
Yeah,
who's
picture
not here
Lorenzo
today.
right here. I'm
just look
gonna
like
point
it.
here. This is Lorenzo, and then you point there, and then that's gonna be the other guy. Okay, here's Lorenzo, and then there's the other guy, and stuff. And then maybe like make
So
him
we can
kiss.
put him over.
Make him kiss. Yeah, we got.
Oh,
like,
how good was that scream? I think I got stabbed in the leg.
Oh, yeah.
That was a scream.
That was pretty intense.
that was a
yeah.
good scream.
He committed to that weird sound he made.
Yeah.
He makes weird
I gave
faces.
him my eyebrow away.
It was like. and the mask was like the great part too.
It was a
minute,
weird ass
yeah.
mask.
Yeah.
Little tiny string hanging.
Yeah, that
between
one.
the-
Yeah, that one string.
No one makes robbery masks like that anymore.
My gripe about it is that some of the in between scene shots, the crossover shots, took too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, it's one of my favorite movies, but then like it's whenever you show like Friends something that you really like, and you're like, oh man, I never realized how fucking many shots there are of just Clint Eastwood walking from
Yeah.
room to room.
They did
Exactly.
that cool shot where he walked over the camera and the camera looks over
Yeah.
like this, to change it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
pacing's a little slow, especially with our attention spans these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it because it's at my favorite era of like film and just like whatever, where there was no any kind of smartphones or internet. Like you had to go use payphones and like
Yeah.
talk on actual
Yeah.
real phones and stuff. Because if you make this movie now, you could be all like, oh, this guy. Oh, he's the creep that lives in the Keysar Stadium and all that shit. You can't
Yeah,
just run
yeah.
down the
Just
street.
kick
You
down
can
doors.
disappear.
Yeah. You
It's
disappear.
easy to disappear then.
Oh, nice. Camera phone. He's just fucking just chilling up there. That's a shit, man. No. No, he's not. Yes, he did. Shit, man. Oh, soundtrack.
Oh yes.
Soundtrack's great.
Yeah, the soundtrack
Soundtrack's
is
great.
very good.
Michael Schifrin, wonderful music.
Yeah, yeah.
The kind of had a theory that maybe the Led Zeppelin "Immigrant" song,
Yeah, Immigrant song, yeah, I
could
was
hear that.
inspired by it, but then we looked it up.
Yeah,
right?
right the year. Yeah, it was off by 1 year. So,
So it came out before.
yeah.
So who knows? Maybe he was inspired by that because there's a striking resemblance.
Yeah.
Supposed to-
There's that one song. Yeah. It's like a.
It must be the thing, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Dirty Harry is dirty because he's a pervert.
A police officer? Why, he was standing on that garbage can peeking in on Hot Mary and her boyfriend.
Get out of here.
I did. I learned that.
I didn't know
Offers
that
many
either.
different
I didn't-
explanations
yeah.
for why his name is Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Maybe because he's a pervert. I don't know. Or is it Peeping Tom?
Is
Yeah.
it because he's a racist?
Especially Spix.
Is it because he's a pervert? Is it just because he gets the dirty jobs done?
Every dirty job that comes along.
2 hours of nonstop brow furrowed. Furrowed brow the entire time.
He's disgusted. by everything.
Everything's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Oh, good save. Oh, I did like the part. I really did like the part
Yeah.
where the guy, where there was a suicide jumper on the building.
Oh, yeah.
And then Dirty Harry just comes up on a cherry picker, and then he starts talking shit, and
Yeah.
then Dirty Harry punches him in the face and knocks him out. And
Yeah.
like he brings him down on a cherry picker. And he's a.
And it was
Yeah.
cool because he was like dynamic in that scene. Like you have a guy who plays pretty straight hero badass character, but he actually was like lighthearted and kind of joking around with him, and there was like an irony to what he was
guts
saying.
and blood everywhere.
Yeah, that was actually really enjoyable. I thought that was cool.
20 floors down, just mashed them all over the pavement. Couldn't tell which legs were with which, and which arms were with which, and it was a terrible mess. I tell you, I almost threw up myself.
What do you guys think of like culturally the kind of the message of it? Because back then it was called like fascist, very right wing movie.
Yeah.
And to me, it feels a little tame compared to like my right wing views.
Yeah.
But you're a pinko commie.
That I am.
How'd you feel about that?
You know, I feel like by today's standards, me seeing it as like a conservative right-wing movie, it's tinged like that. It's not too much. sure the discussion about like the guy is like railing him on like, don't you know who Miranda or what happened to Miranda rights?
What I'm saying is that man had rights.
Well, I'm all broken up about that man's rights.
Because it's really just that battle against the bureaucracy.
Yeah, I can see that. That's what I felt
you
was
want to
more.
protect the people.
Yeah.
But then where's the balance of following the rules and just going out and straight up fucking murdering criminals?
Yeah, it never felt, regardless of what political skew was going on, it never felt like a propaganda film.
Yeah.
Either
Just
way.
kill the bad guys, man.
Yeah.
Just kill the bad guys.
The only thing that really bothered me about the film, that really got to me, was when he paid the guy to beat him up.
Take it easy. It's gonna be all right.
And not because I was worried, like, this guy, this is his business. Like, come on down, I got a Sunday special, I'll beat the crap out of you, even 50% off. Not because that, but I didn't understand why, like, he had him beat him up so he could frame the cop, but then he went right to, like, going on his killing spree. I'm like, but wasn't he gonna, like, I thought there was gonna be a storyline that followed that, like, he's gonna be in court, and he's gonna be like,
Yeah, I've been following him on my own time. And anybody can tell I didn't do that to him.
How?
Because he looks too damn good, that's how.
What do you guys think of the iconic catchphrase?
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Seeing it in context, because I'm sure you've all heard it. Just
I always heard very.
osmosis.
It's like one of those things where you hear like it's like when you hear like the variations of it first, and then when you actually hear the original one, it doesn't sound like exactly like the thing you were.
No, because everybody usually misquotes
You
it.
feel lucky, punk.
Do you feel lucky? But he really says, "Do I feel lucky?" Because he's putting
Don't
himself.
you do a punk? Yeah, it's always like the abridged version.
You could ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
It's like,
Let's see if you remember.
do the whole thing. Do the whole thing.
I know what you're thinking. Did he shoot 6 or 5? 5 bullets. Well, let me just tell you, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. So you must ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Do you?
He got like something there at the end.
So, you get something.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Fuck.
You remember it?
I
Go
don't
for it. That's right.
You gotta ask yourself a question.
It's hard to squint that much,
is.
isn't it?
Not me. I bet you're wondering, did he shoot 5 or 6 bullets? Well, this is one of the most powerful handguns on the planet Earth. Where I'm from. Yes. So I do feel lucky. Well, do I? Punk. That's good.
I got the punk part.
Right, I think I know it.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? To tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But being as this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and could blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Do me a favor.
Now, here's Richie Valley and
Do
the
me a favor.
Force.
Do it. Say that. Use the same voice, but say, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall."
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That, like, with all the parodies of that particular line, I think Wolverine in the X-Men animated series was the most close one. He was like, well, he was finding a dude. We'll find a clip of it. He's finding a dude from the Hellfire Club, and he was like, I know what you're thinking. It's like, can I get Wolverine? Can I get Wolverine by the time he gets me with those sharp metal claws?
Well, Bob, seeing as how these claws are adamantium, the strongest metal known, and can slice through vanadium steel like a hot knife through butter, buddy, you gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
Nice.
Yeah, so it was an actual scene from it.
Very
and
cool.
it's like, it's the closest one.
Quoted in so many different things.
Yeah.
You gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, Mr. Harry, you're really not gonna like what I have to say.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 17 shots or 16?
Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Did she fire 6 shots or only 5?
Captain Danko, you are now the proud owner of the most powerful handgun in the world.
One of the most powerful handguns in the world. It could blow your head off.
It would blow your head clean off. You have to ask yourself one question.
Now you have to ask yourself one question.
Do I feel lucky?
Do I feel lucky?
Well, do you, punk?
Do you?
Punks. Come on, everyone knows the Magnum 44 is the big boy in the black. Why do you think Dirty Harry uses it?
Who is Dirty Harry?
I think it deserves its spot. It deserves its spot right there. I think, it doesn't need to be changed at all. It was good for the time. It's almost like a time capsule of everything. And
it's
it
got a lot
really
to it,
establishes
yeah.
Clint Eastwood as what Clint Eastwood is. So if you want to see how he ripped off Dirty Harry, go check out Dead Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also check out Dead Right too, because that was good too. Also check out The Alibi.
Yeah, I was in it. Me.
Definitely watched The Dead Right and The Alibi, because those are the two movies that we very clearly stole a lot of Dirty Harry for.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
Because that's the way art is.
It's homage.
Artists steal.
Yes. Great artists steal.
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere.
Shitty ones make movie review shows on the internet.
Yes.
That's right. Dollars and Donuts. Beat up people for
For that much money?
That'd be fun.
If you were running a beat up somebody,
A beat-up clinic?
a beat up clinic, how much would you charge each person? You know, you're living down by the river.
Dollars and Donuts beat up clinic. You want to get beaten up and frame someone?
Come on down.
Come on
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Come on down. We have various rates.
We got beatings, we got
Yeah, we got beatings and stuff. We got stuff.